Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining our panel. This is the Phoenix Wright panel, I believe. Right? Right, guys? Right, guys? Objection! Let me walk away then. So I'll be interpreting for Mr. Iwadare, and I'll be interpreting for Mr. Iwamoto. So Mr. Iwadare, please introduce yourself.
Hello everybody. I'm Noriyuki Iawadare, composer です。
Noriyuki Iawadare, composer.
What's up? My name is Tatsuro Iwamoto. 絵描きです。
What's up? And I'm an illustrator. And I'm Michael Papp, translator. Oh, if you're gonna... I'm UCL Sada, I'm translator.
Thank you! Thank you!
So I believe this is a full-out Q&A session. I believe there's a mic right there. Please come forward to the mic. And we will translate the question to Iwadare or Iwamoto, and hopefully we can translate it back 100%. So, any questions? Please come up to the mic, or you guys. The mic, I think, is right there.
Hi, this question is for Iwadare-san. Hi. My name is Michael, big fan of yours. Just wanted to ask, what other music composers and video games have been your inspiration?
ビデオゲームの中では、どの作曲家が一番影響してますか？
ビデオゲームの
ビデオゲームで。
ドラゴンクエストは知ってますか？
Do you know Dragon Quest?
Hell yeah!
杉山浩一さんにすごく影響を受けてますね、僕は。
Songwriter Sugiyama Koichi for Dragon Quest. It's in his muse, inspiration.
彼の家にも遊びに行きました。
You've been to his house before.
ゲームはいっぱい。
There's a lot of games.
ゲームはです。
He's a gamer.
Which games? Currently? Which currently?
なんか最近行ったことありますか？最近でその人うちに行ってでゲームした時はどんなゲームやりましたか？
ゲームをしたわけじゃないんで、彼の家にはゲームの部屋というか家が
ゲームの部屋ですか？ So he has an individual mansion for games only.
そこに筐体とかインベードとか
So in this house mansion, there's a lot of arcade machines like Space Invaders, and they would visit there. Apparently he's been playing Dragon Quest all the time.
You rock. Question for Iwamoto. Your inspirations in terms of game character designers, and are you a gamer? What games do you play?
ゲームキャラのために影響があった最初はゲーム
僕自身はそうですね、ジャンルがすごい偏ってるけどゲームは大好きです。
So I have a specific category of games, but I do play games.
で、
キャラクターのため
ちょっと待って、そうだね。まあ、ゲーム天の下からファイナルファンタジーとか、ゲームじゃなければ、まあ、 漫画家でアキラや大友克洋さん、天野義太さん。
So I was heavily influenced by Amano Yoshitaka and
大友克洋。
Otomo Katsuhiro, and Otomo Katsuhiro was the illustrator for Akira, and was the character designer for Final Fantasy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is a question for both of you. I know that since you guys worked on the Ace Attorney games, you guys might have already known about how in recent years it was like adapted into a live action film by Takashi Miike.
ライブアクションに変わりましたよね。
So I was wondering, what do you guys think of the film in particular?
その逆転裁判のなんだっけリアルアクション。
I mean, do you think it was true to the original work?
以上よく質問なので、感想を聞いてます。良かったかどうか。Was it in 3D or was it actually live action?
It was live action.
Who was the director? Sorry.
I think it was Takashi Miike. Miike! Sorry, Takashi Miike.
高橋見てのなんか特撮っていうか、まあライブアクション版知ってますか？知らない。
Okay, well, it's definitely Takashi Miike.
Sorry.
It's alright. So,
Do you know of the 3D animation that apparently was out for Ace Attorney?
wait, they made 3D animations? I didn't know that. I thought the only animations they did were those short 2D things that they did for Tokyo Game Show at one point.
東京ゲームショーでなんか
I think
アニメー
it
ショ
was.
ン描きましたか？
Or
あと
was it for
3D でなん
an
か描きましたか？覚えてません。
Turns out the only animation I know was the animation that they did for Phoenix Wright versus Legend, and that's pretty much it.
Are you talking about Ace Attorney 5 where it's been rendered in 3D?
No. I was talking about the live action. I was talking. Okay. When you say cartoon, the only thing that came to mind were those 2D shorts that they did to promote the games. I think they also had voices and everything, and it was like done as a promotion for one of the games at this one convention. I think it was a couple of years ago. I think.
実写じゃないっていう。
まあじゃあプロモーション。
Yeah, probably. You want to ask another question because we're all stumped here. So.
Okay, and I guess let me ask you guys a question. What do you,
Yeah, sorry about
okay,
that.
let me phrase it then. What do you guys think of the live action Ace Attorney movies?
なんかライブアクションの逆転裁判ができたとしたらどういうふうなイメージで作ってほしいですかとか、両方お願いします。So just their opinions on if well, I guess it does exist, but if a live action Ace Attorney was created, what would their opinions be? Or
No. What do you think about the one that came out?
it already came out.
Wait. You guys never seen the movie?
Oh my god.
Movie?
It's a
You
movie,
didn't know
right?
there was a movie?
No, it is a movie, right?
Yeah.
Image.
あの映画に関しては、ゲームのそのままの、なんだ実写化というよりはちょっと解釈を入れたものだったんで、別物として結構僕は見ました。
So for him, the storyline between the game and the movie was different. So he watched it like as if it was like a separate, like not influential or anything.
ただ、
So you're saying
ただ僕のかなり日本では有名な俳優さん女優さんが出てたので、 僕の作った小さな逆転裁判がすごいことになっちゃったなと思いました。
So for him, he thought it was amazing that his small game of Ace Attorney turned out to be such a big thing and turned into a movie and everything, all that.
Thanks, then, I guess.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
So
Hello.
we kind of had the same question.
Yeah.
For both of you, who's your favorite character that you designed, and what is your favorite piece for the Ace Attorney series?
That you composed.
じゃあ一番好きなキャラクター、一番好きな作曲でいきましょう。
行きましょう。
はい。
一番好きなキャラクターは、逆転裁判3に出てきた五道っていうキャラクターが一番好きです。あれが僕の憧れる年上の男性だったんですけど、いつの間にか僕は年上になってしまいました。
Alright, so his favorite character is from Ace Attorney 3, Godo, and then for him, he made that character as in like an influential like older brother, but then it ended up he became the older brother.
まだ慣れてます。
Not used to it.
音楽に関しては、僕もその五道の曲が、一番初めに作って一番初めに作って、一番初めにそのディレクターの匠さんにちょっと認められた曲だったんですよ。
So my favorite piece in the game is also Goto's theme. It's the first theme that I created and I gave to director Takumi, and he approved it first. So it's very dear to his heart.
Thank you.
ありがとうございました。Hello.
Hello.
Ace Attorney is my favorite series ever. I had a question for both of you, not related to the game. If you can only eat one thing or one dish for a year straight, what would you pick?
本当にそれが知りたいの。
Are you sure you want to know that?
カレーライス。
何にもかけてない白いご飯。
So plain red rice.
Okay.
And white rice.
Thank you.
Hi. I have a question about also your favorite characters, but not like the ones you've designed. Just like who your favorite character in all of Ace Attorney is. Like, not ones you've designed or anything, but just in general.
Are you Mitsurugi?
Yeah.
まあやっぱり五道なんですけど、まああえて言うなら一番思い入れがあるキャラクターは三剣です。僕自身が声を当てたっていうのもあって。
Okay, so it would be Goto, but the most influential character to him would be Miles Edgeworth, and because he did the voice for the voiceover for it also. To Iwadare also?
Yeah, I was asking both. Sorry.
じゃあ、キャラクターもお願いします。
僕はやっぱりなるほどがとっても好きですね。なるほど。あれが可愛い。
可愛い。
Oh, Phoenix Wright? It's Dear's right?
Thank you so much. And I've got one other thing. I made these for you guys, and I don't know if this seems weird or anything, but just such a big fan.
I don't know if you can see this in the podcast, but...
もともとゲーム逆転検事っていうゲームを作るときにすごく一番揉めたところで剣は走らないっていうまあ僕の中でもあとディレクターの中でもそういうのがあったんですけどさすがに移動が遅いのしんどいなっていうので仕方なくどうやって走るかってすごく考えました。
So when they first made the game, the director and I guess decided we're not going to make Miles that drift run, and then I guess it was kind of sad seeing a slow character, and we felt bad for him, so we decided to make him run again.
For Iwadare, what was your inspiration for Godot's theme? Because it's very jazzy and it's very different from the rest of the tracks for Defcon Saigon 3.
コートのテーマはどんなインスピレーションがありますか？なんか結構ジャズっぽいので、そういうひらめきは何ですか？
あれは多分そういう設定があったと思うんだけども、本当はお酒を飲むような感じね、バーで流れるような音楽を作ろうと思って作ったんだけれども、お酒を飲ませるとなんだっけ、レーティングで、いやでも俺らも言っちゃダメです。いろいろなところに引っかかるのでコーヒーにしましょう。ね、でもコーヒーでもジャズ僕はずっとジャズ喫茶に行ってたので、それでジャズっぽいのにしました。
So in its original idea, Goto was supposed to be drinking alcohol with the jazzy theme because they're supposed to go together. But because if you display alcohol or a character displaying alcohol in a video game, probably the Zero, which is the video game rating, would go up, and there would be some kind of problems with it. So they're like, you know what? We'll make him sip coffee. Coffee is also jazzy. And this idea came to him at a jazz house. Would that be all?
Yeah, ありがとうございます。
ありがとう。
Hello,
Hello.
I'm Kylie. I'm a big fan. And my question is actually concerning Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton. And I'm wondering, this is for Iwamoto-san, what's it like seeing your artistic style combined with the styles of Professor Layton?
Wait, do you want to know the difference between, or
Kind of like
how he
combining
feels
the
about
two.
it?
How it is like side by side in the same game, like
how he feels about having it side by side?
yeah, like seeing it come together.
あのゲームは僕は関わってないんだけど、もう最初にその話を聞いた時には絶対無理だと思ったのが、カプコンの力でお互いなるほど縮めて、表情を広げてっていうのですごい苦労したんだろうな、でもうまいことやってなっていう、まあ本当になんだろう、僕もうちょっとやってみたかったなって思うぐらい良い出来でした。
So he was actually not involved in all that, but when Capcom decided to put them together, he thought it was going to be impossible. But then with when shrinking them and enlarging them, they managed to work out, and he thought it was like amazing. And he thought, and he wanted to actually see them side by side.
ありがとうございます。
My first question is, first, are there any upcoming games that you're currently working on that you can talk about?
To both of them?
Yeah.
今制作中のゲーム、話せる限りなんか皆さんに語れることがありますか？どのゲームタイトルかっていうのは。
Okay. Next question. Since you work at Capcom, have other of you worked with Kamiya Hideki or Inefune Keiji?
神谷一緒に働いたことがありますか？
僕は神谷さんと狼っていうゲームで作りました。ただあの時は僕はイラストレーターとしてではなくてキャラクター 3D キャラクターに動きをつけるモーションをつける仕事をしてました。
he worked with Kamiya Hideyoki in the making of the game, I guess Werewolf and or Ogami, and then but he himself wasn't the character designer or the character creator. He actually worked as adding movement to the character, so like programming and all that. Yeah.
岩谷さんの頃はどうですか？僕は全然やってないです。
So no connections, unfortunately. I don't.
Good evening, everyone. My question is for Iwamoto, and this one is that you used to work with Clover Studios. My question is, how's your experience over there compared to Capcom? So Capcom compared to other places you worked.
もともとのカプコン、僕はもともとカプコンに入ってでそのカプコンの一部の人が、僕の同じチームメイトたちが抜けて作った会社なんでどちらかというとあまり印象変わらないもう周りにいた人たちがそのまま移っただけなんでカプコン内ではちょっと毛色の違う部署がそのままでも出ちゃっただけなので僕はそんな印象が変わったことはなかったですね。
Okay, so Clover Studios is actually a group of people. So he was originally working with Capcom beforehand, and Clover Studios is actually with him and a bunch of group mates, kind of like did a side project in a way. And then so for him it's just like no difference at all because there's all the same people around him and yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, so start out, thank you for taking your time to come out. And then, I have 3 questions actually. First off, Iwamoto-san, where is the inspiration from Blue Badger coming from? The Blue Badger.
Wait, do you want to ask him the...
Where is, because, character designs, get inspiration, right?
But so where do you get the inspiration?
Where's the inspiration for the mascot? It's so interesting.
あのキャラクターは僕は本当に最初がいたずらで僕が背景を描く仕事をしてた時に警察署のところにちょろっと描いただけなんですね。背景にいたずらで描いただけ。
So he actually drew that character as like a joke, and like kind of like a prank in a way into the police and when he was doing the rough draft and everything.
ちっちゃく描くだけでいい。だからよく警察署にはそういうのあるよねっていうので適当に描いただけで、それがディレクターがそれを調べるとなんかいろいろ喋るっていうのをつけたおかげで急にあんなちっちゃいのじゃわかんないからちゃんと大きく書いてって2で言われていいの書いちゃうよって作ったキャラクターですね。
Okay, so in the first game he had it like really small and like in the corner and stuff like that, but then when they started talking, so Capcom asked him to make it bigger and everything, and then became a character. Yeah.
And then Iwadare-san, what is the style? So for his music, what is the style that he wants people to feel? Like when he gets inspiration from music, what kind of style does he want, and what does he want us to feel when he makes that type of music?
音楽ってひらめきじゃないですか、作曲するとき。その時の自分が思ってる感情とリスナーの皆さんにどういうのかな、 フィーリングですね。フィーリングはどういうふうな感じで伝わりたいのかっていうの。
特にゲームの音楽を作るときは、まず設定資料っていうのがあって、でそこに沿った曲、例えば逆転裁判だったら回転の曲とか追い詰める曲とか、突き止める曲とか、今いろいろあるんだけども、その時の、そこの裁判のその絵があるところのイメージを僕の中で作って、そこにいるかごとくの曲をなるべく作りにしてるんです。
So in the pre-production documents, you were given a scene, right? A cutout of the pre-drawn of how it looks. So he would imagine it within his heart, how that would sound and how that would feel. In trial, you have the moment of being, you have moments of being overcome by the amount of data, or you're on the assault, pointing out all the flaws. So with all that in mind, and he pours it out into his music, and that's in hopes that he could translate that to you guys.
I guess like a follow-up question to that is like, did Iwadare-san play any instruments in the past that actually might have influenced like how he creates all this?
昔楽器とか演奏してましたか？この逆転裁判とかに逆転裁判のために昔習ってた演奏とか楽器は何かありますか？
ですね、この5、逆転裁判5になって初めてゲームが内蔵音源からストリームになったんだけれども、そのおかげで、僕はギターを弾いたり、プレイトロンボーンとかプレイトランペット、プレイフレンチホールとか、そういうことをやりました。
Sorry, I'm not too familiar with video games that much, but when it went from within the game to stereo, do you guys?
Yeah.
Sorry if I'm a little bit iffy on the actual terminology on this. There was much more broader spectrum of noise that he could input. So he would play the guitar, the trumpet, the trombone, the French horn, and all of those instruments are what he played in the past.
Oh wow.
So quiet.
And I guess like the final question is, prior to the game actually being created, so like back to Japan Expo, what was actually the most difficult thing to, I guess, get together before they actually finally create the game? Because sometimes it's like finance or what are the issues, I guess, the final issues before they finally release the game? The first one.
Oh.
Yeah, for both of them, because they work together on this game.
逆転裁判1で作成の時に一番どういうか困難ではないんですけど、なんか一番難しかったこととはありますか？なんか作成側としてもう全部集まるじゃないですか。その時になんか大変なことはありましたか？
Yeah, like what's the hardest thing about making the first game?
逆転裁判1に関してはもう大変すぎて、まず人数がたった7人で1年間しかないっていう状態だったんで、まずそんなんで今作れと言われたら無理っていうぐらいまず難しい問題でした。
So it was actually, since there was only 7 people that was working on this game, it was really difficult for him, and then and also his teammate. But if they were to make a game now, he would think it's impossible. That's how hard it was to produce this game.
結構さ、もともとはもう一人いたんだけど突然辞めちゃったとか、単純にあと僕は入社してすぐ入ったチームだったからもう右も左もわからないっていう意味でももうどれって選べないぐらい大変でした。
So, and actually, midway of the production, one of their team members actually, they had an 8th member, but then he left. and so that was also difficult. And since he was in the very beginning, he didn't. He can't tell the difference between like everything is like all jumbled, like everything is so different, yeah. From like left to right.
小野寺さんの方は何かありましたか、そういうなんか内部問題。
僕は1とか2やってる、僕は3から音楽やったんですけども、逆転裁判は1の曲を元に似たような曲を作りましょうっていうちょっと約束があった。それはすごい難しい。
1と2をやってなくて3から。
そうです、僕は3からやってない。
So he started at Ace Attorney 3, and the promise was for that game to bring back some of the original themes of 1 back to 3. And to do so, it was hard for him because it was already made, so he needed to アレンジしましたか？
アレンジじゃない。アレンジだとダメだって。
So not an arranged, so it would be completely based off the originals. So.
はい、ありがとうございます。
はい。
Hi there. I have a very quick question. Do either of you know if you'll ever see Maya again in the main game franchise?
Do you guys know the Japanese name?
Mayoi Ayasa.
What's the question?
Do either of you have a hunch as to whether she will be in the games again in the future?
So 言えるわけないですね。
That's okay. Thank you anyway.
で終わっちゃうの？
すみません、今回このために日本から来ましたものですけども。
どうしたんですか、小崎さん。
いや、なんかもうせっかくだから質問しようかなと思って来たんですけど。
有名な漫画家さんがどうしたんですか。
いやいや、お二人には質問しようかなと思って、ファン心理で。はい、岩谷さんの曲すごい感情をかきたてるうまい曲がすごく多いんですけど、もしそのゲームじゃなくて映画だったらどんなジャンルの音楽を担当したいですか？
I'll translate his question.
Oh, thank you.
So anyway, I came all the way from Japan just for this, but I have a few questions that I'm burning to ask. So for Mr. Iwadare, you write very inspirational, very emotion-evoking music. But if you weren't working in games, but you were to do a live-action movie, what kind of genre of movies would you like to compose music for?
僕はどんなやつでもやってみたいんですけれども、でもやっぱりファンタジーな感じのは思いっきり作ってみたいですね。
I would accept any kind of genre, but something I would like to pour my heart into is fantasy, the fantasy genre.
ハリウッド呼んでください。
Please call me Hollywood.
岩本さんには、さっき尊敬してる影響を受けたイラストレーターさんの名前上がったんですけど、同世代でいいですか？同世代で一番そのライバル視をしてるこいつはうまいって人は誰ですか？
So for Mr. Iwamoto, you mentioned some illustrators that you were and artists that you were inspired by. But if I were to ask you, if there's someone of your generation that you would say is not just your inspiration, but maybe even your rival, who would it be?
ライバルというか、死んでくんないかなと思ってるのは、知ってますかね、小崎さんっていう方がいるんですけど、あの人はね、ちょっと年下なんですけど、目障りですね。ただ、本当のこと言うと、尊敬してます。
ありがとうございます。
はい。Okay, so it's not really a rival. I really rather kind of have him dead. You might know him, but his name is Mr. Kozaki-san, and he's a few years younger, but yeah, but in actual reality, I'm actually quite inspired by his work and stuff.
ありがとうございます。
This is for both of you guys. Whenever you're working on a sequel, do you feel constrained by the style established by the first game? And how do you deal with that, yet also bring something new?
続編を作るときにもう設定があるじゃないですか。それをどう乗り越えて、それでなんか新しいものを足すっていうんですけど、どういうふうに足しますか？ To both of them, right? じゃあ両方。
僕の場合はやっぱり僕のイメージするのと、ディレクターなりがイメージする曲っていうのが違う場合がもちろんあるので、そのために、必ず3曲から4曲作る。で、どれが一番合ってるかで決めてもらうんです。そこからまず作る。
So, of course, there's going to be a difference in opinion with Mr. Iwadare and then Iwadare and the producer and director. So he would make up to most 4 songs of that scene, and he would show it to the producer, director, and be like, which one do you like? And from there, he would re-enhance that one that they chose. So he makes about 150 song lists just to see what the director and producer would choose. もう設定されてますよね。それの困難をどうやって乗り越えて、それを新しく要素をつけるかっていう質問です。
とりあえずそうですね。次のことを考えないでものを作ってるんで、続編を作るときは本当に昔の自分をまず呪うことから始めます。その上でも本当にそうですね、絶対に被らないようにでも本当に僕もとにかく数書いてもう人に見てもらうことにしてます。もう自分では判断できないんで数書いて、見てもらったらこれはあのキャラクターと被ってますよって言われたっていうことも多々あるんですけど、もう数でどうにかします。
So when we make the games, we kind of make it so there's no like continuation. So when they ask them to make like the next games and stuff like that, then for him he kind of hates himself from like making the first game in the first place. Anyways, and then afterwards he basically writes a bunch of scenarios and all these characters and everything, and then he has other people look at them and see if they overlap with the other games, and then if they do, then of course they might like overlap because there's a bunch of scenarios and everything, but yeah, he has a lot of people look at him and then kind of build on off that.
Thank you.
So this is also a question for both of you. What was your favorite game to have worked on, and if there's time, why?
好きなゲームで、その理由を自分が制作に加わったゲームの中で、what the game titles that they were working on, right? 自分が制作したんですね。加わった作品の中でどれが好きか、その理由を教えてください。
僕は逆転裁判3が一番好きです。理由はそうですね、本当に1で僕がデビューして2で、初めてメインキャラクターデザイナーになってものすごく自分に不満があったので反省点がすごくいっぱいあったのを3ですそれを少し解消できたなっていうので1、2、3でちょっと一区切りできたっていうゲームだったので僕は苦労も含めて一番好きなゲームですね。
So for me, my favorite game is number 3, the Age of 23, and that's because in the first one he just started, and then it was like all the effort and everything. And the second one, that's when he became the head director of the animation, all the illustrating and stuff like that. And then it was only until the third one he actually built that foundation and then like more confidence of building the game. So that's why the third one. It was kind of like a full step ladder and to success. But that third one is what that's why that's his favorite one. Yeah.
僕はそうですね、ルナエターナルブルーっていうのと、アーズ&グランディア、この2つがすごく好きで、特にルナエターナルブルーは初めてその思いっきり曲を書いていいよと言われた曲なゲームで、メモリー4時間あるから4時間分音楽書くって言われて、じゃあってオーケストラの曲をいっぱい書こうって。
So Lunar and Grandia were his favorite game, especially for Lunar. According to him, he had an open book. So so he had 4 hours of data that was open to him. So it was like, let's orchestrate it, and that's how the BGMs came out to be.
あの時はだから本当に120曲のがゲームの中に入ってて。
So there was 120 soundtracks for that game?
それをもう知らずができるまで頑張って。
So until he grew all white hair, he continued composing and writing. It's at the bottom of his heart.
Thank you.
Well, my question is for Mr. Iwadare. From the Grandia and Land Greaser games, would any of that music do you think could transition into the courtroom for like a good rivalry thing?
なんかグランディアとか、what was the other?
Land Greaser.
Land Greaser の曲が裁判所で使われるかどうか。
それはでもだけど、でもそういう似たような曲はもしかしたらできるかもしれない。
So something like it would probably come out.
許されるね。
If he is allowed to do so.
ありがとうございます。
ありがとう。Thank you.
So I'm guessing that there's no more people at the mic because they got shooed away. That we're done. Maybe final words from both Iwamoto and Iwadare. 最後になんか語りたいことがありました。ファンに
こんなにも皆さん集まってくれてまずありがとうございます。
So thank you all for coming to this panel.
で、アメリカでも僕ら日本で作ってるゲームが受け入れられてるってことがとても嬉しいことです。
So games that have been originally made in Japan has spread internationally, and he's very thankful for that rapid growth and that rapid transition of fans, accepting his Japanese games.
本当にありがとう。そして明日のライブに来てください。
Please come to our live.
岩垂さんは本当にひどい人です。
Mr. Iwadare is a really horrible person.
言うべきことをほとんど言われてしまいました。
He took all the things I was about to say.
ね。いやでも本当に一緒だな。
It's the same.
でもこの愛されぶりは想像してなかったので、もう本当に幸せです。
Feeling the love he wasn't expecting all the love from the fans, and he's really thankful for that.
本当にほとんど言われてしまったので、じゃあ ゲームのディレクターとかプロデューサーに知り合いがいたら、僕に仕事をください。
So, since Mr. Iwadare took everything I was about to say, if there's any game producer or anything out there, please give me work.
So I believe that concludes our panel. However, I have one request from both of the panelists here. If you're in a Phoenix Wright or Ace Attorney cosplay, we would like to take your photo together. So please stay for a little while.
Take it outside.
Or take it, okay, so we'll take it outside then. And so I guess, yeah, thank you for coming.